Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a monster match-up, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We're up and running then. Bernal does well to get it back. That's tidy. Tries a shot! Oh, that's fabulous!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Oh, what a mistake! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. A probing pass, and he was quick to react. Balde. And it's Koundé. Kubasi. This is De Jong. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Araujo. And it's Rashford. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. Bisek spots it and intercepts. Barcelona currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Bisek promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Thuram. Mkhitaryan running with intent. Chance! And he hits the net! Inter are back in business! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
We're looking... It's Lewandowski! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Barcelona with the lead. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Dani Olmo. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Zielinski. Zielinski! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good... Real chance! He would have been quick to recover this. Dani Olmo. Rashford. Dink through. Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Christensen. Can he get it through? And this is Lewandowski. He has found the way through. Zielinski. So what can they make of this? Searching pass he's played there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Bastoni. And here's Thuram. That has not gone well. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking to play him in. Balde, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And this is Mkhitaryan. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Zielinski! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Zielinski clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Now it's Lewandowski. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Mkhitaryan.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Passing nice and neat. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Balde. A header! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position, and that is all they have time for.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Barcelona claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's through here. He's picked his way through. Mkhitaryan! He's looking wide. Bernal spreads it out wide. And that is expertly dealt with. Played out to the left flank. And it's Bernal. Zielinski. Araujo. And it's Balde. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Oh no, this does not look good.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply...
Can he finish? Straight at the keeper.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
And here's Rashford. Balde tries to play it through. Now, this could be a chance. Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. Now that's well seen too. Bernal, given the lift of his goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Too much on that, it's gone out. Inter Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Zielinski. That's travelling a long way. Kubasi. De Jong. And it's Rashford. Shifted it to the flank. Balde scooting forward. Very nicely done. Balde stood his ground strongly. Knocks it out wide. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Zielinski. Topalovic. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Bernal. De Jong, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Lewandowski. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Thuram. Is there any... And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Balde. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that has been slung wide. It's a promising position, played in with purpose. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Now it's Thuram. That's a cute ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
So
Numero
changes
45.
afoot here, and from both sides.
Il numero 17, il numero 8. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Christensen. Koundé. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rashford. Rafinha. Rashford. Now, he's got space here. Pass somewhat off target. Thuram. Oh, that's a fine interception. Rafinha. 1 minute to add, according to the board. And we're done. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We are just getting started. Now it's Rashford. Now it's Zielinski.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Zielinski, defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gets a good foot in there. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. No, he's not getting his way this time. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else.
Shot a goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, there's a probing ball. But he was quick to react. Dani Olmo, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great Mkhitaryan! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Now, this could be a chance. That's a delicate pass.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Zielinski. Dani Olmo. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Balde made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully.
Inter really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard.
Shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And we have our very first corner. Has a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Koundé. De Jong. Balde. Dani Olmo. Played into space. Well read, nice interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And Bernal. The less said about that pass, the better. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. In with the challenge. Zielinski. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Balde. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Diouf. And he's picked out the run. Zielinski. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona really can count.
And a chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He is just caressing the ball. Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Dani Olmo. De Jong. And it's Diouf. Can he finish? A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Balde. Bernal. Little pass back. Knocks it in. It's Rashford! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Rashford simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible... Can he finish? Same again, same outcome.
Inter really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Good ball. Chance to shoot! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, that's well seen too. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lofted in. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
It's their second corner of the game.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And that has been cleared. He's having a hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gerard Martin clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that's a key interception. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Good take. Thuram! And no mistake. Inter are back in business. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Topalovic. Rafinha.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Quality ball. De Jong. Nicely aimed pass. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Barcelona really will have to throw everything at this now. That's tidy. Topalovic does well to get it back. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Topalovic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that was asking for too much. Rashford is onto it in a flash. No, he's not getting any further than that. Martin. It'll be a throw-in.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17, numero 45. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8, il numero 23. Attenzione, un cambio. Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 58, lascia il campo per il numero 10, attenzione, una sostituzione.
Barella. Kubasi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We are just getting started. Zielinski receives it in a good position here. Kubasi. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Frankie de Jong is another brilliant prospect to come out of the Dutch system. He's someone I see as a real pivot in the team. His position is obviously central and deep in midfield, and he'll be providing the creative and incisive passes.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Koundé is there to clear. Great chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. A probing pass. Can he latch on to this? Lewandowski receives it in a wide position. Very nicely done. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Rashford. Now it's Rashford. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Lewandowski gets the shot away! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Cleared without hesitation. Played over towards the opposite flank. Zielinski. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. De Jong gets across and deals with it. And the pass is intercepted. Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Diouf. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rashford. Rashford. And he's lost his man here. And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And it's Mkhitaryan, looking to play him in. Chance to shoot! And that was very necessary.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Mkhitaryan, and it's made its way to him. Rashford.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
No, it's come to nothing. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That has been cut short. And it's Olmo. Well, they've got it again. Nicely shaped ball. Juve. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. Picked out brilliantly. Bernal does well to get it back. Lewandowski.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Rashford. Well timed, excellent interception. Juve. And it's Juve. Koundé. Bernal. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Barcelona really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Mkhitaryan, it's Mkhitaryan! Oh, it's hit the post! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's missed a very good chance there. He might have got a little too much on that.
He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Rashford. And here's Dani Olmo. That's a good ball. Lewandowski! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Barcelona have their second corner now. And that has been cleared. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And that has not gone well. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Zielinski purring through the gears. Being still separated by the game's only goal.
Inter always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Dani Olmo. Now it's Lewandowski. Played down the flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's going to go a long way. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Now it's Zielinski. And No, that was never going to make it. Zielinski. The ball goes in. Araujo with the clearance.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. He's having a hit! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well read, nice interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Diouf. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Rafinha. Chips it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Can he finish? And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Out towards the flank. That's good play. And that's a good ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Barella. Bernal. Barcelona can consider themselves just about safe now. And Bernal. And it's Rashford. The pass has gone astray. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to pass it through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
This is a promising build-up. He's through here. Barella. Barella.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Time added on will be 2 minutes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that will be the final act. Barcelona are enjoying their moment of collective uplift. A win achieved with... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We are just getting started. And he was quick to react. Diouf. And here's Thuram. Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Thuram. And this is Mkhitaryan. He'll try from distance. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Now it's Thuram. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Diouf.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Lewandowski, looking for options for movement. And that was asking for too much. Bisek. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's De Jong. Dani Olmo goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Lewandowski. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. De Jong. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Diouf. De Jong. And here's the chance to counter. Bernal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rashford powering forward here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted. Well timed, excellent interception. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dani Olmo, Rashford, real chance! And it's in! Barcelona are back in business. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Damian. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Araujo. Koundé. De Jong. Looking for the run. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Out for a throw. Chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Rashford! What a wonderful goal! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Barcelona leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Mkhitaryan. Diouf. Oh, that's superb. And that signals the end of the first period. Barcelona have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Barcelona ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. Back on the way then. Balde. Now it's Rashford. And it's been played through. He is through here. Oh, important interception. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Diouf. Dani Olmo. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Diouf. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Now this could be a chance. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Christensen. Oh no, this does not look good. Defending of the desperate variety.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Rashford. And it's Balde. He's had it taken off him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Knocks it out wide. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bisek. Passing nice and neat. Stood up well to him there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Lewandowski. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Dani Olmo. That has been cut short. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Thuram. He is just caressing the ball. Christensen gets it clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Thuram. Thuram! And it's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
It is compelling, this. Oh, it's getting up there! And he's there to belt it away. Rafinha. De Jong. Rafinha.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Koundé makes the interception. Great vision. Well, played right into his path. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 31.
Two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Il numero 15.
Now it's Thuram. Can he get it through? This looks promising. Garcia getting this one clear. Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rashford, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Casado. And Topalovic. And he has been fouled there.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Thuram. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Çalhanoğlu! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Çalhanoğlu simply had to do better than that. He blew a...
And that is the last of the action. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Rashford claiming the man of the match award. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity and conviction.
He'll try from distance! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here? The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Balde aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Dani Olmo. And it's Dani Olmo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Dani Olmo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Cross into the box. Rashford! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rashford is offering a right smile there.
Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, you'd almost expect to know what kind of game this fella, Alejandro Balde, is going to play. I mean, we know he can operate on either side, and he's a cracking carrier of the ball. But his pace and ability to track back are huge pluses. So this guy gets up and down the pitch to great effect.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. He's had it taken off him. Pass somewhat off target. He's picked his way through. Oh, that's neat. They're urging him to shoot. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Diouf. Dani Olmo. He's going for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Balde, and he's managed to get free. Plays it in low. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Mkhitaryan. De Jong, Dani Olmo, and it's made its way to him. And it's Balde. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Barcelona have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball, good take. Bernal. Dani Olmo. Balde. Dani Olmo. Oh, he's having a go! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Mkhitaryan. And it's Mkhitaryan. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Zielinski. Oh, and the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Pinches it off him. Now it's Rashford. Valde. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Rashford.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Thuram. Balde. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Thuram. Great defending, strong and determined.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Balde. And it's Zielinski. He's cut it out. De Jong. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Diouf is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mkhitaryan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Dani Olmo running with the ball. Now that looks a decent ball.
Balde really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he thumps it clear. Diouf. Well into the second half, and still there's... Can he finish? Well taken goal. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So we have the first goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Christensen kept his eye on it, and he's there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22, numero 7. Lasciano il campo per
Araujo.
il numero 58, il numero 20.
And it's De Jong. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Topalovic, looking to play him in. Oh, now he can... Big chance! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous. Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And now he has two. Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. And he shoots! And there's a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 45. Lascia il campo per il numero 8.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Now, can they get him away? That looks a cracking ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Rafinha. To Palovic. Rafinha. Now it's Thuram. Well, this could be it. Something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to extend their lead. And he's kept it out. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Thuram. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Sucic. Great vision. Çalhanoğlu has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Çalhanoğlu! It's hit the crossbar. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Çalhanoğlu. It's run loose here. Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. Christensen has given away a free kick. That's a quick free kick. It's a promising position. He's found some space.
Inter can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Il quarto uomo indica 6 minuti di recupero.
The final seconds now. Showing good feet. He is through here. Oh, he's been caught napping.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Koundé. That's it, the referee says enough. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great... Lewandowski! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bissek clears it away. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Araujo does really well to win the ball there. De Jong. Oh, that's a key interception. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Passing is crisp and sharp. Driving through the middle. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski and the through ball. Rashford, he's through on goal here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Rashford, played out to the left flank. He has found a way through. Balde puts a cross in. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, good effort! Not a bad try by any means.
Lewandowski is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Bissek promptly onto that, and that is that. Mkhitaryan. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's Lewandowski! Goal! Barcelona!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting an...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Mkhitaryan concedes a free kick for that. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's in a great position here. Can he get on the end of this? The referee's awarded a free kick, and he's going to have his name taken. Zielinski is behind this one, and this an opportunity to pull level. Zielinski! Decent hit from there. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Araujo. De Jong wins the duel this time. Araujo. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Thuram. Bernal. De Jong. Bernal.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Inter always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Rashford. And here's Thuram. Thuram! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Araujo and Balde. Araujo. And it's De Jong. Now it's Rashford. And that has been slung wide. Zielinski. And it's Mkhitaryan. Look at the space here. There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Diouf. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Mkhitaryan. Diouf is onto this. Dani Olmo. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, he's bustling through here. Tries to pass it through. Araujo deals with that comfortably. That's a throw. Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Thuram. Bernal. Now it's Rashford. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Jong. Now it's Lewandowski. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's intervened well there. That's very neat. It's Mkhitaryan!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Bernal. Balde. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Bissek kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan, who's set up one goal so far. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's made its way to him. Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Numero 45. Lasciano il campo per il numero 58, il numero 20, il numero 23, il numero 8. Cambio di giocatori.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Dani Olmo, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Rashford. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Topalovic. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. He is just caressing the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's really well manoeuvred. Martin, that's a cute ball. Chips it through. Darmian. And Sucic. Just 5 minutes left.
Inter really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Barella, he won't be happy with that one. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And here's Barella. That's good play. Oh, look at the space here. Christensen did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Lewandowski. And the shot! It's a goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
Things already rolling. Thuram. Bernal. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this fella, Alejandro...
He's in one-on-one. It's Rashford! And it's hit the woodwork and out! It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Olmo. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Danny Olmo, well read, and the danger is averted. Bernal with a definite foul there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's De Jong. Oh, super find. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! And there is your opener. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Thuram, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Balde. And they've switched it over to the other side. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, super ball! There's the shot! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Rashford. Now this could be a chance. Balde finds himself offside. Almost half an hour in now. And it's Mkhitaryan. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Danny Olmo! Brilliant from Danny Olmo! A finish of true class! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And the shot! And he thumps it clear.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Koundé. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Lewandowski, comes under pressure and it's come loose. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Lewandowski. Looking for options for movement. Valde, impressive jump! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. That has ended up in no man's land. Not the most accurate pass. This looks promising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he cuts out the supply. He won't be happy with that one. Valde. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Thuram. Araujo does really well to win the ball there.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Dani Olmo. Bisek cuts it out. Diouf. Now it's Thuram. Aimed beyond the defence. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Barcelona absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Barcelona will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And we have our very first corner. Mkhitaryan. That's really well manoeuvred. And now a sudden chance to counter. And there's green grass ahead of him. Gets his head on it! Oh, good finish! And they are right back within touch! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Inter Milan may be down, but not out just yet. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. Right back in the game. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Rashford! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That has been slung wide. He's on it, can he get away? Nice sequence of passes, this. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Diouf. Could move up a gear here. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. And this is Mkhitaryan.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Mkhitaryan. Steaming on goalwards. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22. Viene sostituito con il numero 10. Attenzione, una sostituzione. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero
It's an
7.
Inter free kick.
Numero 17.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Il numero 20. Il numero 16. Attenzione, un cambio.
Çalhanoğlu! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Rashford. Great vision. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Rafinha. And he's cut it out. Fratesi. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Great defending, strong and determined. Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. He's having a shot! And it's in! Inter are back in business! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh no, this does not look good.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Casado has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Rashford. Sucic threads one in. Araujo gets over and intercepts. Now it's Rafinha. Ferran Torres is onto this. He's had a shot! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Barcelona now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
Thuram. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
And this is the big Çalhanoğlu! Superb from Çalhanoğlu! A finish right from the top draw! And right near the end, we have parity. Oh, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Bisek kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Martinez. Referee has just said play on. Çalhanoğlu. Inter Milan really will have to throw everything at this now. Chance to deliver. Oh, good climb! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. The whistle's gone, and the game is over. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to... Lewandowski! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Tries to play it through. Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That was superb goalkeeping.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Now it's Thuram. Mkhitaryan. Balde deals with that comfortably. Who do you, Jim, see... Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Dani Olmo. Bernal. Now it's Rashford. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Good running, strong and purposeful. De Jong. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Koundé. And it's De Jong. Passing is crisp and sharp. And they can counter here. De Jong does well to get it back. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Rashford. Dani Olmo looking for the run. Oh, delightful ball. And it's De Jong. De Jong ventures forward. De Jong has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's a good 35 yards out, this.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Rashford. Now it's Rashford. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kubasi. Barcelona have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And here's Rashford. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he is slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That has been cut short. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Dani Olmo. Balde. And Bernal. And here's Rashford. And here's Lewandowski. Zielinski. Thuram. Nicely weighted ball. It's a threatening ball. And the shot! Goal! Inter! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Lewandowski. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mkhitaryan. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Dani Olmo. This is a promising build-up. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Stood up well to him there. Bernal. Half-time getting close now. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Dani Olmo. The ball has bounced loose now. Zielinski. Diouf. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Lewandowski. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That's good running with the ball. And it's Diouf. Now it's Thuram.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Balde has been caught there, it's a foul. Bernal. Great vision. And this is Lewandowski. Lewandowski finds himself offside. And it's Zielinski. Oh, good take in a good area. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. That ball looks a good one. Caligaris claims comfortably. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. Christensen has given away a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Numero 22. Viene sostituito con il numero 10. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Martinez. Christensen. So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Well, that's clear-cut, it's a free kick.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17. Lascia il campo per il numero 20. Cambio di giocatori.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Thuram. Araujo spots it and intercepts.
Rashford really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Martin tries to pass it through. No way. Shoots! It's a loose ball. Martin. Oh, what a... Has another go! And a neat finish. Barcelona are back in business. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Ha segnato al 72esimo minuto.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he plays one through. Garcia gets it clear. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. And it's Rashford. Just a quarter of an hour to play. That has not gone well. Bisek. And it's been given away. Rashford.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 45. Lascia il campo per il numero 8. Attenzione, un cambio.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Bernal. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Can he get it through? This looks promising. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Barcelona making further changes here, and in quick succession. Fernandes coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 49. Viene sostituito con il numero 15. Cambio di giocatore.
He might be in here. Bernal with a fine tackle.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Thuram is onto this. Fernandes. And he's managed to get free. Just eases him off the ball.
Ci saranno 5 minuti.
5 minutes to add. Sucic. And a chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Inter Milan now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bernal gets on his bike and on the move. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.